Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a little bit of a look at the possibility of some very thundery weather coming up on Thursday. Of course, in my week ahead forecast, I did highlight risk that may see some thunderstorms on Thursday. I think that could well come off actually, and we're going to have a look in some detail in today's video exactly how this thundery spell is going to develop, and then break down and introduce cooler and fresher weather. Anyway, before I get on with the video, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my videos here at GavsWeatherVids.com. Please play those video ads because you'll be supporting GavsWeatherVids.com if you do that. So this is the situation that the GFS model is forecasting for Thursday, the 28th of June, this coming Thursday. And we see we've got low pressure out to the west of the country. Now, this isn't going to be a really classic thundery spell where you've got high pressure in the east and low pressure in the west, really battling it out. Air masses really entrained and really fighting it out over top of the country, producing violent thunderstorm, torrential rain, that sort of thing, and a lot of hail. It's not going to be that sort of thundery breakdown. It's not a real classic breakdown, but nevertheless it is a bit of a thundery spell because this low pressure out to the west of the country is just feeding up warmer air ahead of it. It's sucking up some higher temperatures outside of France. It's those higher temperatures and humidity as the weather front that's associated with low pressure moves into those high temperatures and humidity. It's that's going to produce the risk of thunder. So it's really just like a push of hot air across the country, and then a push of cooler air coming into it. And I say it all clears away quite quickly. It's not a classic, but it could produce some interesting weather. So we have a look at the upper air temperatures once we go through why aren't my charts working. Here we go. Yes, we are working now. Okay, thanks very much. Right then, we've got the higher temperatures being sucked up ahead of that low pressure. The low pressure is out to west. We're sucking those higher temperatures up from France. We've got some very high temperatures actually across the south of France. The 20 Celsius isotherm is there. That's some really high temperatures there. But those warmer temperatures are being pushed northwards ahead of that low pressure. So we've got the 15 Celsius isotherm just coming in towards the south of England, and most of us are bathed in that warmer air. The cooler air is behind this black line here. The fresher air, that's where the fresher air is, off the Atlantic, behind this black line. And I say it's that cooler fresh air pushing into this warm air in the southeast that's really producing the risk of those thundery showers. The humidity is going to be high on Thursday as well. This is indicating dew points actually. This is a good indication of humidity for Thursday. We can see much of the country has got some high humidity there. So that's going to just add to the humid feel to the weather. I think it will feel quite sticky on Thursday, and the combination of the upper air temperatures and the humidity will be enough to increase the Cape. This is the convective potential. We haven't used this too much so far this summer, but we've got some good convective potential here. The brighter the colours, the higher the Cape. That's what you have to remember with this, and the higher the Cape, the greater the chance of thunderstorms. Now the really high Cape is across France. So we've got some red colours going on there, intense red colours. So we've got some very violent thunderstorms for France. But even for the British Isles, I think we are seeing the risk of some thunderstorms there. We're in those yellow colours, almost trending in towards orange and red. So yes, we have got convective potential there, particularly for England. Precipitation, well, we can see that at lunchtime on Thursday we will be setting our precipitation, and that's really showers, I think, breaking out. And what we're going to find is that with the humidity, the convection and the upper air temperatures all combining together, we do get the risk of thunderstorms. So for temperatures on lunchtime on Thursday, temperatures will be into the mid-20s, so we're around these upper 70s Fahrenheit. It's going to feel very warm and humid and sticky. Now going into Thursday evening, we're going to find that low pressure getting ever closer towards us. We're taking that front across the country, pushing it into that warm and humid and sticky air, so the risk of thunderstorms increases. There's the upper air temperatures for the 6 o'clock in the evening on Thursday. and the warmth is on the east side. This black line, remember, is where the cooler, fresher air is coming in, so it's behind this black line that we introduced the winds off the Atlantic. The black line itself is the dividing line between the heat and the humidity to the east, and the cooler, fresher weather coming in from the west. It's on that black line probably that you have the greatest risk of thunderstorms. For the dew points, it's still very warm and sticky and humid in the east, and high dew points there in the east, so again, that's where the risk of the thunderstorms is. Dew points less in the west, that's as the cooler, fresher air is coming in. Convective potential, well, the convection by 6 o'clock in the evening is becoming confined to the eastern side. You would expect that because the cooler, fresher weather is working its way onto the western side. For precipitation at 6 o'clock in the evening, well, some very intense precipitation there for the east and the northeast. I think we may be looking at a signal here actually for the worst of thunderstorms to be across northern and northeastern parts of England. That's not to say we won't get some thunderstorms further south. It's a bit of a way off, so this is to take with a bit of a pinch of salt, but probably the worst thunderstorms could be over the Pennines, but we'll have to wait and see about that one. And then in terms of temperatures, well, those temperatures still warm in the east, turning cooler in the west, but it's going to be very sticky and humid before those storms push through in the east. And then finally, once we get through to midnight on Friday morning, then we're looking at that cooler, fresher weather being introduced. The low pressure air has come close. We've pushed that front across the country, so we've cleared away all of the heat and humidity. There's the upper air temperatures. Remember, black line is where the cooler, fresher weather is. That is clearing the country once we get through to midnight on Friday morning. So we're all then in that run of cooler west to southwesterly winds, albeit still fairly warm. It's still a fairly warm flow. It's certainly not a cold flow. So it's not turning cold, but it's just cooler and fresher. So we see the precipitation there clearing away into the North Sea. Back to the thunderstorms moving away. We're in that much drier, cooler, fresher air by midnight, and that's there's the temperatures, and that's really the confirmation of that. Temperatures down in towards 11, 12, 13 across the bulk of the country, so that's near where we should be ready for a summer night in the British Isles. The last of the really warm weather, temperatures in the upper teens clearing away in towards the North Sea. So I hope you've enjoyed this little look at how things made about as we go through in towards the towards Thursday and Friday. It does look so we are going to get some thundery weather, and it could be quite interesting. We'll have to try and firm up on it a little bit over the next few days, but certainly a good signal there for some thunderstorms on Thursday, so we'll see how it goes. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.